Haingura has been doing research on sustainable mining practices and wanted to see the impact this will have on the mine's contractor company.
There's something called powder factor, which is basically how much explosives are used to blast the ground where we extract the ore from, the uranium from. And by increasing this powder factor, you're increasing the cost because you're using more explosives to do so. And increasing that while keeping the rate at which you're paying the contractor the same is not quite feasible because explosives are expensive and the entire process is expensive. So I was trying to figure out exactly how much was the change and the effect that it had on the contractor, basically, how much money they were going to spend in doing that.
Haingura's framework was an outline of how to calculate the change.
It was just a simplified version for them to input, even with the new data that they're getting that might be confidential to me. They can input it into this framework and then get the results.
She is proud to have her research incorporated in mining operations.
As a student, you feel like there's not much that you can contribute to your field. So whenever you can make a small contribution and people acknowledge your work, it feels very reassuring. My supervisor, while I was doing my internship, my supervisor actually works there. He's an engineer there, and he's the one who gave me the idea because it was a dilemma that they were currently experiencing.
Haingura is calling for more platforms that encourage science, technology, engineering, and math education.
I feel like we hear about STEM a lot, but it's not encouraged enough. There's so much more that we can get out of it. There's so many young minds that aren't being pushed enough or aren't being funded enough. And I believe that my age, my generation, people my age, we have so much to contribute that sometimes we are overlooked maybe because we're young. I'd like to encourage people to study mining engineering. I feel like it's not as popular as the other engineering disciplines, but there's so much in mining. So go study mining.